Since day one, I've been solid, hustling harder for my.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Ride and Vibe. Man, this is going to be the show where we just get to sit in the car. It's not an interview. It's not any of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're literally just vibing. We're riding through the city, kind of looking at some things, talking about some of the things that are happening here, and we'll just be talking about things happening in the world. Literally, I'm kicking it. You know what I'm saying? We kicking it. So I'm getting ready to go pick up the first guest, the one and only big homie. I'm here, good. Where you at, good? We good, man. Come on in, brother. How you feeling today, man?
Chilling, man. What's the hap, young Troy?
Man, I'm just, well, literally, man, I'm just in motion with everything right now. I'm just like right now it's just go. It's like go time. That's what I'm excited about. So, like, I'm kind of excited about a lot of the people in Wichita that are on, you know, go mode right now too.
Yeah.
That's kind of like one of my things.
The city is moving.
Yeah.
It's trying to. It's doing numbers.
It's doing numbers, man. Speaking of numbers, I got to see what was happening on Twitter.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. It's going crazy.
It's going stupid.
We
got the cosign from Killer himself.
Yes.
You feel me? Not only did we get the cosign from Killer himself, we got it from Mom Ron. All right, we got it from Killer's moms. Okay, version of the OG. All right, Miss Giles. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I knew if Miss Giles saw it, then Cam is gonna see it, and Cam reposted it. I said, oh, it's murder time. Because at first he liked the picture on Instagram, left a little comment.
Yeah. Because
Dominique dressed as him for the party, but I was like, oh, this is dope. You know, he saw the picture, and I'm like, but I want him to see that band. He posted the band on the story. That's all I could ask for.
Did he?
Hell yeah, it's on the story.
I missed that.
It's on the story right now.
Wow.
I'm getting hella inboxes from people from New York.
How does that feel?
It feels amazing, but it also feels like I knew I wasn't crazy. Like, I knew this shit could happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, all I knew was just like, yo, if we keep doing this shit and the right people see it, like, you have no choice but to show love and, you know, like, repost it.
Right,
like,
right.
We just getting started. Like, this ain't the peak. This ain't nowhere near the peak. This is the bottom of the bottom. It's like, all right, it starts now.
Okay, so explain After Dark for those people who actually don't know anything about it.
So After Dark is, on the flyer it says it's an R&B experience, and that's just really what it is. It's a party / just experience that, like, you get live music, you get a vibe. You know, everybody describes it as just a vibe, but it's really just a good ass time, a fly good ass time.
Right.
Like I said, you get a live band.
Yep.
Dope performances, and then you get a DJ set at the end that just goes crazy with some live scenery. You get a movie, you get to see a movie.
Dude, that's actually pretty dope.
You get to watch a movie in there and all that.
The one before this one, it was a Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah, this past one was Let On Cost a Thing.
Yeah. Oh, yup.
It was Let On Cost a Thing because the theme was early 2000s, so we played Let On Cost a Thing.
Like I said,
yes, sir.
I'm very upset that I didn't get to Heel Toe.
Yeah.
And I miss Christina Milian.
That's what I'm saying.
How easy is it to market in a place like Wichita where it's an open market?
Yeah, I'll say it's pretty easy if you know what you're doing. Like, if you take the time to want to market, because it's not a very, very big market, so you kind of can find your target audience easily because it's not big.
Right.
You can really literally go to a certain place and you'll find what you're looking for.
Right.
Things like that. It's hard to get people to engage, but that's anywhere. You know, it's hard to get people to, like, engage online or something like that. But if you keep going, like I say, with marketing and it just consistency is the name of the game.
Right.
Well, keep seeing something, eventually
that's true.
Pop.
That's true. Well, is Wichita known for being one of these cities that's like?
Hell no. It's not, because think about it. We don't even get concerts like that. We don't get the super big artists. We're not a tour stop.
Nah.
Like, we really not. Like, Kansas City, we go to Kansas City, Oklahoma, or Dallas. So you go down 35, you go on hop, skip, jump. Oh, like, Wichita's just a pass-through city.
Right.
You don't even stop. You don't go to the mall. You don't do nothing like that. Now, I will say, I won't say that all the way, because when we was growing up, they had, like, the Freaknik Jam.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think but they had, like, 50 at his peak, at his prime. They had Ludacris in his prime. They had, whatever, fucking Baby Bash, but it was still his prime, you know? Like, Baby Bash came here so much. I thought he lived here.
That's what I was about to say, man. Baby Bash was actually lit when he came.
I thought he lived here. He was here so damn much. But at a point in time, maybe that was just because the radio station or maybe that was just because hip-hop was in a different place. You know, stuff being online now, like, Wichita don't really make that kind of noise.
Yeah.
On a wider scale.
Right.
You know, but it's growing and we trying to. But yeah, I don't know. Wichita is because I think on the wider span of things, it's almost like we don't exist. Like I said, we got Kansas City, Oklahoma, and Texas, but nobody like I put it like this. You from California, right?
Right.
When I lived in Dallas or anywhere else, you tell people you from Wichita, they're gonna think you talking about Wichita Falls. Or you say I'm from Kansas, or you from Kansas City.
Yep.
Like it's it's
never Wichita. But the thing is, I think this is my thing. I always felt like Wichita has the potential to actually start to really make some noise and to be somewhat competitive with Kansas City and Oklahoma City.
Absolutely, because I go to these other cities. I go to these other cities, right, and I see people doing the exact same things that I've been wanting to do, and I just be like, okay, they doing what I kind of want to do, but they're not doing it like me. They're not doing it how I would want to do it. So that lets me know. This is talking about me personally. That lets me know, like, okay, my ideas could work.
There you go.
You know, and I'm just like, Wichita ain't never done nothing like it. Not that we can't, we just haven't. Yeah. And now we doing it.
Yeah.
For real.
It just takes a minute, man. Really, it takes a minute to actually get in a space out here. This is what I've learned. Get in a space out here where it's so open. And that's what I like with Vibe Wichita.
Yeah.
This was open. Nobody was really out here really getting it with media and podcasting and just sitting down having a conversation. And now it's having a space where it's like, yo, let's go kick it. Let's play some cool music at a vibe spot. You know what I'm saying? At a lounge. Yeah.
And the thing is, like, there's been people who've done speakeasies or they've done little fly, chill adult parties, but what I wanted was something that was for my age,
right? That
was for my people, that wasn't Old Town and that wasn't like the Legion. I feel like there's two extremes here. You either go to downtown, and you get the mixed crowd, or you got to go all the way up to with the older cast. And you're just like, we needed something that was directly in the middle, for us,
right?
And it's people who try to do what we do, but you're not gonna get the music selection that we play is different. We ain't just playing hits. We playing album cuts. We playing that shit that you want to hear.
Exactly.
That you like, I would never thought I'd hear this in the club, that kind of shit. Or you get a live band and you get people host parties.
See, a live band is different, man.
Yeah.
That's just different.
And shout out to the big homies because one, Raymond and Josh is my cousins.
Right.
So there's that.
Chico.
DJ Birthday, he done played worldwide everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My man Scott. What people don't know, my man Scott, shout out to Oscar, Josue, Miguel, and as well as Takita, Aaron, and Paris. But people don't know is when you come to After Dark, you seeing people who have performed with major people.
Right.
This ain't just no accident. Like you seeing some top-notch talent who just happen to be from Wichita.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So you do have somewhat of an artist showcase, is what you
in a sense.
Because you do bring up different singers and whatnot.
Right.
And the thing is that when people say there's nothing going on out here, nobody starts anything. Nobody's. I'm like, yo, so you're actually good at cooking, open a restaurant, or you're actually good at you're good at graphic arts. Do something out here. Why do you have to go to Dallas or LA to pursue that?
My thing is when people say, and I'm not gonna say I just knew this shit off the top of my head because I moved to Kansas City for a reason. I moved to Dallas for a reason because there is more opportunity there.
I get it.
And one thing that I learned was that you can go out there and learn, but you can also bring it back home. And
that's key, though.
So that's what we're trying to do with that. Because if you can't make it here, what makes you think that you're going to stand out in a Dallas when everybody's trying to do what you do? You see what I'm saying? Like you said, it's an open market here. This is there's a lot of test restaurants here.
Yeah.
This is a test, Wichita is a testing ground for restaurants and stuff like that. So I'm like, if you want to just try some shit, try some shit. That's one thing about me though, is that I just never been afraid to try some shit. Because if it don't work, that's cool, but we gotta try. Mars Mansion, we was the ones who kind of introduced the release party or the pop-up shop, down here, just to kind of try some shit. Now our first pop-up shop was in Kansas City, but we made sure to come home because it only made sense. And now it's beautiful to see a lot of brands that's out here doing numbers. Us and Not Human, who started that. We was the two that's went out of town and made it look like something. But now you got different brands that's making it look crazy. Like my man, you got Chris in the Big Walker brand. He got a shoe. That's crazy.
Chris why is nobody talking about this for real?
But they are. I mean, like people don't.
I need I
he got a sneaker.
That's something I need to. Bro. I really need to holler at you, Chris. Like for real. He has a sneaker, bro.
Boy got a sneaker. But then you got people like Zoe, and he has Haven brand, and he just went out to New York and did his thing on the Fashion Week tip. Like
right.
You know, it's nuts. And that's just the young boys. That's just, that's the people that I know off the top of my head. Who knows what we're doing? I'm just talking about who I know around me, and that's
right.
That shit is really nuts.
And right now, like we riding on 17th and Grove.
Word. Shout out, look, the stage is right over there.
Yeah.
The numbers over there.
The Tabernacle over there.
Right over there.
Radio station K-Sun.
Went crazy over there on Sunday nights. And really also, when I was doing the radio station at K-Sun on Sunday nights, it was always my vision, like I want to turn this radio show into a party.
Yeah.
How do I turn this radio show into a party? Because an R&B party was always an idea I wanted to do here. Didn't know if it was going to work. Right. But it was like, how do you create the vibe? And, you get with like-minded people. I hit up, get with Aaron, and the next thing you know, we here. One thing, like, you look right here, this used to be Music and More. Yeah. Right? And then right there is Lee's Retail. So I grew up seeing people do it on their own. Music and More is my aunt. That's Aunt Mamie, my Aunt Mamie. Yeah, yeah. And then Lee's Retail, that's my grandpa. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I had
they right next to each other.
Yeah, they right next to each other. Because, I kind of grew up seeing that, like, family thing and doing for self, type of atmosphere, too. Right. So that matters, too. Like teamwork, and then also what you see, growing up, that influence.
It's tough to have people around you that actually like see that vision of what it is that you're trying to do, what you're trying to pursue. And when I started Vibe Wichita, I started with 6 people, and 4 of them was like, all right, I can't really funk with it right now because, I got this, I got that going on, whatever.
And that's all right, yeah.
Everybody was sold into it, but, I'm like, okay, well, I gave everybody a job basically, and now the job lies back on me. And I got, LT, he stuck around and, whatever I needed help with, he helped me out. Right. But like the whole idea of having a team, now, let me see, 7 people on my team. We got 7 people and we kind of looking for one more person. Being able to like get over that hump, because you're going to have to start, you're going to fail. Of course. You're not going to get the numbers that you want. Of course. You're not going to get the engagement that you want.
Bro, what was we just talking about? That ain't like After Dark ain't no overnight thing. Nah. Like that Flemmy Pepper ain't no overnight thing. Right. Like that ain't no Mars Mansion ain't no overnight thing. We done took L's.
I don't think
Big L's.
Here's another thing too with Mars Mansion.
I done threw parties and wasn't nobody there. Shout out to Fluid. Fluid, no. Right. We've been out here.
Mars Mansion though. Mars Mansion wasn't just something that was little. Like, I mean, from the name up to the design, up to how like exclusive it was. Sure. And I was like, yo, like, where can I get merch? And I never knew, like, it was almost like a mystery in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because, and then it's even more of a myth now.
Yeah, yeah.
And Mars Mansion, consisting of me, Lex Garcia, and Will Polite, geniuses. Now it's kind of like we in a space of passion projects. We drive when we want to. We used to be so caught up in the whole, we got to jump summer, spring, fall, or keep up with the seasons or capitalize off moments. And now it's like we drive what we feel, and we kind of start doing that around when Wichita had the NCAA tournament here, and we had a players campaign, and that whole campaign of like, in the spirit of people who like Freaknik, when they would be outside just selling bootleg shirts. Yeah. We was like, if this was in Atlanta or California or anywhere else, people would be outside with bootleg shirts. Right. And I was like, let's create that here and let's be the ones to do that. And that's when we was out there with a car and just selling shirts out the trunk, and we had a whole campaign.
See, that's forward thinking. Yeah. And you know what? I might have to take back what I say about people going out of town and doing it. Yeah. We don't want those people who succeed to leave. We want them to plant that in Wichita, so that right there encourages everyone to, want
and not to say that I'm just like a Wichita crusader or something, or some shit like that. Definitely, I want to move or plan to, because I've moved before. What I'm saying is like, seeing that outside influence definitely helped get a mode on how to do something to come home and try it, and at home. So, because like I said, you get the most love at home. Just where you're from, the market like anything. Exactly. Like, better than anybody else.
I just don't want people to feel like they have to leave because it's whack here. Right. If you're gonna leave with a purpose.
No, for real.
I'm like, go to Atlanta and figure out what it is that, like, first off, figure out what it is you really want to do. If you're going to Atlanta to be an actor, You're trying to get on with Tyler Perry or whatever you're trying to do. Okay, go and act. Go and pursue. Go take classes. Go do all of that because we don't have a lot of acting classes here. We don't have a lot of those things catered.
It's not
really a lot of actors.
It's a lot of actors. And shout out to Deontay Hayden and Daily Gunther because with Films Within giving an opportunity to young actors and them being young, film writers themselves.
Right.
Having a directorial debut, writing plays.
Right.
Like it's a lot of, it's people here that are, and that's what I mean by like try something here.
Yes.
Let the other cities come to you. Try something where you from, not just here in Wichita, but like, where you from. Because like I said, it's a ground. It's an easy market. If you go somewhere else just trying some shit and don't nobody know you,
right?
You're gonna look like it's needle in a haystack. You ain't gonna find it.
I just want people to do it with a purpose, man. I mean, if you're gonna try something, like just do it with a purpose.
Genuinely.
Yeah. Don't do it for the likes. Don't do it for the impressions or anything like that.
Right.
You threw a birthday party.
Right.
You wasn't doing it for what I'm saying, like for it to really take off at the beginning. You know what I'm saying?
It was always an idea, and like I knew like it had the potential to do that, but it was like this gotta go right.
Yeah.
You can't just jump out the gate with
like you want it. You do want it to crack. I'm not saying you don't want it to crack. My thing is when you do it, and like when you're doing it for the love, you put like you find ways to make it enjoyable for everyone.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you know how to market. You know how to make something look a certain way.
For sure.
And then you got people to market with you.
Absolutely.
That's part of marketing. You have a market. You basically develop your own marketing team.
And that's a blessing too, just to have those people around you. Like I said, Mars mentioned, I learned more from the people around me than I did in school, going to school for fashion, things like that. Like Will, Will been throwing parties before I even knew Will. I went to his parties.
Right.
So before I knew, Will makes my flyers for After Dark.
Yeah.
So me and him came up with that design together and sat down together.
Which is fire.
Thank you. And we needed something that was like, we need a flyer that, because people eat with their eyes first.
Right.
Eat with your eyes first. So we need a flyer that looks like what this feels like.
Exactly.
And I told Will, I said, this flyer got to look like the flyest soundtrack to the best movie you ever saw.
Damn.
And when I said that, we just got to looking. We got to looking for pictures, inspiration. And the next thing you know, it's like the flyer, you got to tell a story. And if you go back to that very first flyer, it was me and Aaron on it, and it was like Foxy Brown in the middle. It was a car, and it was War Shades. And I was like, this looks like a movie about a couple who own a club, and they got a getaway car, and Foxy Brown looks like a shooter, and that's how my mind works. And I was like, that's it. That's gonna work. And then people got it.
So right now we're past the Old Town.
What?
What is Old Town to the culture?
To the culture of Wichita, it's everything. We shut down. Shout out to me and Fluid shut down Bounce. A lot of times, shout out to Bounce, shout out to Brittany Burrow. We shut down Rock Island before. Cadence and Barefoot got that cracking, going crazy often. And right now we have Heroes every Friday, doing numbers there. It's the like the meeting ground here. It's the where you go to party. It's like the nightlife. It's the nightlife. A lot of other places have you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. That's the nightlife here is Old Town. You want to keep keep it a buck. Like we want to talk about what it means to the culture here. We could go back. Yeah. I'm talking about the Old Boys and Girls Club, the Armory, the paraphernalia, all occasions, the Spruce Building, the Sparkles on 9th and Cleveland to Graham Central Station.
Sparkles.
You know what I'm saying? Graham Central Station. Like if you want to talk about the culture and what started us going outside. Yeah. And that's what started going outside, and that's what Fluid been DJing since then. Shit, we was at Fluid's house and his grandma and his mom's house. It had like a slanted floor and shit like that. I remember that. Like we was there, at Fluid house. So you want to talk about the culture as far as growing up. Before you get to Old Town, you got to hit them levels first. And I said I threw a party at the Armory. Me and Deontay Hayden, our senior year of high school. And everybody know that the parrot is one way in, one way out. That's legendary.
Man,
it's not safe, but it's legendary.
The Old Town Warren, man. Devon Bray, Micah Dennis put together a movie.
Hell yeah.
And sold out 2 movies. 2 movies.
Nigga, sequel.
They sold out
2 nights.
2 nights.
What?
Or two deals.
Stop playing. Stop playing with that man. Stop playing with the Brays.
How important is that?
I only met Bray I met his son once, but I only talked to him maybe twice, but because I went to his soundtrack release party.
Yeah.
But don't play with the Braves. That's crazy.
What did that do for our culture?
That boosted it. That let you know that you can do some shit. And like, not only it's shot in Wichita, by Wichita, featuring Wichita. Everybody in there from here, and it's people that you know and see all the time.
Right.
You know, that's the Brickyard.
Is it?
We're gonna turn that bitch up in the summer. We're gonna take After Dark out there.
To the Brickyard?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We need to go outside for the summer. But no, back to the Braves. Like, yeah, like that's crazy. That does something major for the culture of Wichita. That's Tyler Perry shit. That's you know, that's where you start. I don't know nobody else doing that. That ain't. He does music videos too, but to write a movie, direct a movie, and do a screening for your movie in the same building where Bad Boys 2 is playing, or you know what I mean? Like, you gotta buy tickets to that just like you buy tickets to the other thing. Yeah, that ain't no favor. That's a real ass movie, you know, real ass.
That's something that is, like, I commend him for one staying committed, because it's difficult to shoot a short film, but to shoot a
music video, hell, a recap video, a Snapchat. What do you mean? It's hard to film.
Pulling up on Vorshay's, man.
Word.
How did you find Vorshay's?
I actually found Vorshay's. I went to go see Josh and DJ perform about a year ago.
Yeah, I remember.
About a year ago. I went to go see them perform, and I just
DJ kept inviting me, and I was always working.
Like, man, I was like, mind you, I said I always wanted to throw an R&B party, or something to that level. I just needed a venue here. Yeah. And I didn't, I couldn't find one, and I went there, and I was like, yo, this is it. Like, this is the venue. This is what I want. I want this venue. Yeah. So Josh pulled up on me one time at the radio, just on a Sunday night like everybody would. He pull up, I'll play some music, we kick it. We had some good times in there, too. And I was like, yo, how'd you get that venue? And he was like, just talk to them. Like, they real cool, good people. Right. Just tell them who you are and that you could bring a crowd out. Now, mind you, I've been hosting for a little minute, but it wasn't like, I'm guaranteed to pack it out. No, hell no. I just was like, I want a venue. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yeah, just talk to him. So I talked to him, and I just kind of, broke it down like, hey, I want to throw a birthday party like this. I want this kind of vibe. I want this, and y'all have the perfect venue for it. And they just trusted me to do it. They opened their doors to me and let me do it, and were really open-minded to the idea. The first one was a success, and then I, approached them about continuing to do it. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, we love this. This is exactly why we opened Vorshay's. To the point they want to do it every week, and I was like, hell no. No. You're gonna burn me out.
Right. Not only that, but you'll oversaturate and.
AD. Called him at AD at work. Well, you got to pull up on him on corporate.
Got a Stacy's on.
Yeah. He looked at me too, like, oh, it's the streets.
Right.
But the people at Vorshay's, Natalie, Rochelle, they really embraced the idea. Yeah. And really opened it, and you don't really get that with a lot of venues. Some venues will try to take advantage of you, or some venues will try to change your idea or your vision and make it their own or something like that. And for them to give, us the full creative control to just do, what we do, I'm truly grateful, and glad that we could do that, and glad that when I went to that venue that one day that I was able to make that a reality. Like, that's that's crazy to me.
People might see like you, me, Sam, or even anybody else like Brandon Johnson, or in like Tijuana. Like, we do get discouraged.
Yeah, look at
some point.
Look at people like even the homies. What you talking about?
What you talking about? Yeah,
we got that blood stands on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but I'm saying even them was just doing the podcast was really like, we got the equipment. Let's just try some shit.
Exactly.
And boom.
See, I called Risto right after the first episode. I was like, bruh, this is fire, man.
You told him you said most podcasts only last 7 episodes?
Yeah.
They beat it, though.
Yeah.
They done beat that shit, though.
Yeah. That is a proven fact. Like, podcasts can't maintain because, especially when you got a big cast, they got 3 people on their show. Bro, but, like, and for the stuff that they got going on, man.
Yeah. Crazy.
Like,
my niggas is doing merch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jordan, a big homie. You know what I mean?
First,
you already know Taylor with the wrist. Melanie Monroe with the wrist. She cooking and she'll get your braids right. Stop playing with my people, man. Stop playing with my cousins.
Sell dope, do hair, and babysit in the same house.
That's what I'm saying, man. Stop playing with my cousins. And Chris will get you right on the lens. Feel me? You need a photographer. Holler at my man, Risto.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man.
He'll even ghostwrite for you, too.
Ooh, man. Is he nice with the bars, too?
Boy, I don't play with my cousins, man.
What?
Play with my cousins, man. Dude.
Yeah, literally people are just out here trying to like really trying to function. And there's people that are genuine that, yo, I want to showcase y'all as a, you know, as product of Wichita. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yo, y'all actually out here doing something. So let's put on an award ceremony and host y'all.
For real.
And the people that are putting it on, all of them are fire too in what it is that they doing. You know what I'm saying?
That was amazing. How you gonna hate on somebody showing love to somebody else? Like, we giving out awards. Y'all should have nominated the West. Well, why you ain't nominate them? You didn't know about it. That's why. Just say that. Just say you didn't know about it and you mad you wasn't included.
Just keep it
You
moving.
ain't a factor like you thought you was.
Just keep it moving.
That's okay. I ain't a factor like, you know, like I think I am. I just keep going.
Same.
You ain't got the right friends. I don't know what to tell you.
Look, I'm the last person to be like, so when I go to like business meetings and things like that, looking at, you know, trying to get sponsorships or things for Vibe Wichita, I'm so big on just being like, yo, so I'm a member of Vibe Wichita, I work for Vibe Wichita,
Right.
or whatever. I don't go around telling everybody and flexing that, oh, and I don't want it to come off as a flex.
Yeah.
I'm the CEO of Wichita.
Yeah.
Now I got people who tell me like, yo,
that sound hard, don't it?
they be like, yo, tell them
What's
you're
your
the
name?
CEO.
I'm a CEO of Wichita. Thank you.
They be like, yo, tell them you're the CEO. I'm like, man.
My name's Troy.
I like just, you know, of course I have the hat on, but like, you know, push come to shove. But I'm okay with just being a member of something or just telling you like I'm a part of it. But that's me, you know. I try to get, you know, because then people start treating you different.
Yeah.
To me, that's what I think. You know, because if I'm the CEO, then it's, well, you got to talk to this person. No, I want to talk to you because you can get me through that door. I don't need to talk to your boss, you know. Where do you see Wichita in the next, I want to say, next 5 years? 2025.
If we talking like broad scale, I mean, Wichita is.
With the music,
You talking about just
everything.
in our little circle?
You know,
our cultural
sure.
circle?
Sure.
I think in the next 5 years that if, I mean, you know, you got things like us, you know, stuff like After Dark, we'll start to shine a light on Wichita and actually become a tourist attraction almost. You know, we can get some shows here.
Right.
That we'll actually support. Like, we get a couple of shows, and we'll walk up city, but that might change. Like, you know, people of higher stature might actually start looking like there's a market here.
Yeah.
And we can get on that I-35 stop instead of just going Kansas City, going straight to Oklahoma and into Dallas. You know, within the next 5 years, I think we could make an impact.
Okay.
People act like, you know, like we ain't never broke the barrier. Like XV ain't never like XV ain't break barriers or something like that. Like,
right, absolutely.
The town got it.
It's just maintaining it, man. Once we get it, we don't know how to act when we get it.
But that's fine because we ain't never did that before. That's cool. We just ain't did it before.
Yeah, well,
you know what I mean?
How many times can we get something that's like real dope and then not take care of it? You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, right now I think it's dope that we have Interest Bank Arena, but we need to bring more than just like, you know, Billy Ray Cyrus.
But maybe
exactly.
Maybe it's just a hip hop thing because I know like Pink didn't have no problem selling tickets, but you know, but you bring Wale to Cotillion and
what's that about though? Man, why can't we get people like Wale and Rick Ross?
But that's my thing. It ain't really got nothing to do with. I don't think it has anything to do with Rick Ross and Wale. It's about who's putting on the shows and their promotion team.
Right.
You know, if you're just not promoting hard enough. And when I say, you know, you can do all you're doing, but if people don't see it, then that just means you're not hard enough. You got to figure out how people gonna see it. Like, I saw the Wale, but I'm just going off what people was talking about. I saw Rick Ross.
I've known for months Wale was coming.
You know what I'm saying? But if the masses is saying they didn't see it, then you're going to have to sit down and be like, oh, well, shit, how am I supposed to make the masses see it? People was blaming the wrong people. Like, people blaming the radio station. That ain't their show. The radio ain't bring Wale. I don't know who brought Wale, but they didn't know the radio didn't bring Wale.
No, man.
People asking me, like, I don't know.
That
ain't me. Wale coming after dark.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people don't even know. Well, of course, a lot of people don't know what it takes to actually like put out a podcast and like get a lot of streams. And there's been people that have looked, you know, like, yo, Troy, like, so do you make money? Like, can you make money doing this? Yeah, absolutely, you can make money doing it. How do you make money? Well, I get sponsors. You know, depending on what platform you distribute from, they pay you for bringing, you know, people to their platform or streams or whatever. Well, and you think of it like, yo, you're in a city like Wichita. There's no way that you could possibly get, you know, like that many streams. You know, the most streams I got from one podcast, 28,000.
For real? What episode was that?
It was the Popeye's chicken one.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like if I put it in there as a podcast.
They're looking at you. You know what I mean? Like
but you want to know what my next one was?
What?
It was 20,000. It was an interview with Nook.
For real?
Yeah.
Shout out to Skinny Chip. You at it.
Then the one after that
Shout out
was
to Midwest Blends. Get your chops up.
the one after
And
that.
his album coming.
The one after that was 18,000 with interview with YBM Smooth.
Shout out to the Smooth.
Like no, it's possible to do that. And you know what's crazy? Like the Popeye's chicken one should have did way more than that.
Yeah.
I did it a day later, right?
Yeah.
So it should have did way more. It was already a bunch of videos out.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, I want people to know when you're starting something, man. It's not. My first episode had 7 streams.
Mm-hmm.
Second episode had 15. Third episode had 6.
All right. I'm saying.
I kept going.
Keep going.
You
gotta like what you do.
It didn't really crack until I had AJ Bohannon on an episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we talked about. I was when the protests and he had the barbecue and all of that.
Yeah.
That all happened like simultaneously a week apart from each other.
I got your back.
And yeah, you know, so, and it, you know, the platform that I had, you know, the way that I have it, the way that I had it set up, I was bringing people on to be able to discuss what it is you got going on. It's still like that, you know. Come on and tell everybody what's happening. Well, I mean, if you have a platform like what you're talking about, where it's, you know, it's a group of 3 people.
Real conversation.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to hear that stuff too. You know, it is about the marketing. It is about making shirts like, you know, blessed hands and
taking moments and capitalizing on those moments.
And then when you get like, what's his name? Like Jordan was, like his tweet was put on the Shade Room, right?
Yeah.
Like it went viral.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He plugged the podcast. That helped with listeners. That helped with, you know, growing the audience. But you got to capitalize on things like that. When that door is open or that window's open, yo, that window is open for like half a second.
Yeah.
So you got Cameron. You
Kill
got
him.
Mom Ron.
Kill him.
You know what I'm saying? That window's open for half a second.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? So
We on.
it helps that you got the video circulating.
Yeah.
You know?
And my thing is, what's so great is people who think we from New York. It's people who think we a Dipset cover band. Like, y'all have no idea. That's just one video. That was the intro. They don't even know Paris went crazy after that. Aaron went crazy after that. Taquita went stupid after that. They don't, you know, like the March Madness videos has a lot of views too.
Right.
You know, it's true. They have no idea. They have no idea. Like, what
And you
we
described it,
capable of.
man. It's funny. We get to circle back around to After Dark, but it's actually a good thing. You described Powerball, or you said Lex. Shout out to Lex Garcia.
Yeah, Lex did. Yeah.
Describe Powerball as a movie.
Yeah.
And describe After Dark as like Martin. It has different episodes, different, you know.
Yeah.
And on it, yeah. Kind of talk about that a little bit, like.
I mean, you know, it's like he said, it's like a movie. You remember it, you were there, you replay it in your head, you can tell the story. But he said in After Dark, you know, there's episodes to it. Like, you know, you remember when the very first one, it's just the first one. You remember when Smooth and Sam came with the band. You remember and Jordan, and then you remember the 70s, 80s one, and then you remember the Black Friday when people was literally hanging off, you know, on the walls and just really trying to get in there, and it was super packed. You remember the 5th one when the band played March Madness and we brought the horns out for the first time, and my man proposed to his girl. You know what I'm saying? You remember this last one because we shook the world with back that ass up with a cello. Shout out to Drew. Shout out to Malcolm Lynch. Like, you know, or we had people standing on bars. Literally had people standing on couches because we playing stuff like Bone Crusher and we bringing back just that feeling.
So what's a clutch spot to eat out here?
For locals, or if it's like your first time here type of thing?
I would say for locals. We'll say for locals.
I mean, for locals, if you really in tune with who you in tune with, you call your homie to call your homie to call me. And if
I should have known.
And if it just happens to be a Friday or something
here comes the
like
plug.
that,
Right, here we go.
Feel me? You know, you holler at Jaguala for the flaming peppers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't know. And if we keeping it, because I ain't really the one to ask, like, what is it? Because we talk, ain't really no local spot. You know, we was talking about that one time too. Like, if a celebrity came here, where would you take them to eat? Spangles?
I'm not taking them to Spangles. I'm sorry. I'm not taking. You know what? You know what? I liked Spangles for like 2 weeks. My entire life here. You know why? Because I had it for like 6 of those days out of the 2 weeks. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, you know what? I grew sick of it so fast, but you know, I'll still go. I'll still go to Spangles.
But it is. I mean, it's a couple of spots. You got like, I haven't had Pam's wings and things, but I know Valerie's wings and things. So if it's the same, then shout out. If it's not the same, I don't know.
Okay.
I heard they service been kind of iffy. They played my girl Easy, so I ain't really cool
I
with
seen that. Yeah,
I ain't really cool with that.
I backed out. I backed out. Yeah, me and her. Yeah, we talked about that. That was.
But like Fishing More over there on Harry and Oliver, I heard they fire.
Okay.
Wichita Cheesecake Company down there downtown.
Yep.
They fire.
Rode by that. Have you had Sorrel's?
Sorrel's is fire.
What?
Sorrel's is fire. Sweet Spot fire.
Sweet Spot is dope.
If it ain't a shut me, don't raise it up.
Hey, what?
Don't fake the phone, so all the real niggas stay gangsta up.
Let's go to Wody Wo.
Okay.
My nigga.
I'm on my groove, I'm on my vibe. She see the way I'm walking smooth, I'm on my guy. She like the way I do my do without a try. She see the way I'm dripping juice. She never dry, I never.
That SC Trill production so crazy.
Day one, I've been solid. Hustling harder for my kids. Lead by example so they don't be doing what I did. Young niggas doing fly shit. Expensive houses and a fly bitch. Mapping plans trying to execute them. Young visionary, I'ma die rich.
Mad at me, you rather shout at me. Talk to me, baby, just talk to me. Why you play games with me? These mental games with me.
Dude, I appreciate you being in the whip for the first, well, technically this is the second episode of Ride and Vibe. I did one way back in 2016.
That's what's up, man. Ride and Vibe, you know what I'm saying? It's the one and only big homie, Flim Doggy Dog, a.k.a. Flemmy Pepper, most commonly known as Jaden Fleming. Shout out to Aaron Garcia, DJ Berthet, Josh Davis, Raymond Davis, Scott Flower, Miguel, Josue, Oscar, Jordan Lattimore, Jazzar Couch, Takita, Ange, Paris,
Drew Malcolm.
Ashley, Drew, Malcolm Lynch, my baby boo Dominique, Wichita Bow, what up, my niggas? Blake Warrior, what up? Arian, what up? Speed Dating was fire. Vibe Wichita, what up? Yeah, you heard Fluid, what up? My nigga Fluid, you got Fluid on. You got Fluid come do this shit.
Yeah, this will be dope.
Fluid be going up. College Fest, April 11th. Miss Mulatto, K Stylist at 54 West. After Dark will be, you already know when that's coming. After Dark, Crazy. We're on tour. Go retweet the Cameron video. Whenever this comes out, I don't know when this is coming out.
Next week.
Next week. So next week, go back to my page and go retweet the Cameron video again. And I'm about to drop the
Vibe Week.
Oh yeah, it's Vibe
Thursday,
Week.
yeah.
Yeah, and we about to drop. By that time, the 50 Cent video will be out. So it's all crazy.
Hey man, we lit, man.
You know what I'm saying? God is good.
All the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
Smoke so
All right,
much,
man.
my eyes so low, I look zen when I walk through. I just made a couple bands on a horse race. We gon' fuck around and do what my bro say. All these girlies in the lobby doing cocaine. Keep a lawyer on go for a court case. Cause I ain't got time for the short race. Got racks on me.